Hello, I'm here today to show off a couple of very fun and grindy hack and slash games. So the first of the games I'll be showing off is called Oninaki. Let's check it out. Actually now both the games I'm going to show off autosave, and yeah, they also feature manual save. So the first game, Oninaki, is a game about being close to the afterlife and a society which is obsessed with the afterlife. You have watchers who are able to contact and speak to spirits and lead them safely to the afterlife. So the thing about these games is you can skip all of the dialogue in a very efficient way. So if you don't feel like seeing the story, you can kind of just skip through it and get right to the action. So you have story segments, and then you'll have action segments in these in this game particularly. You'll receive an objective, and then you'll have to go and clear out a place on a database to reach your objective. You have demons which you can capture and manifest, and that's the strange stand-looking thing which is following my character. You can equip multiple. You can equip a whole party of demons, in fact. And equipping 4 demons in your party, they count as being possessed. This is the demon I'm using right now. Therese, he's called. I've got Zephyr also equipped, Dia, and Zav. So that's my party. They have multiple attacks that can be assigned. The buttons on the bottom left of the screen are the attacks I have assigned. Each demon has their own signature X move that isn't shown on the sidebar, and that's their action. Now I just happen to have a preference for good movement. Some demons have guard on the X button, some demons have dodge movement or teleport. I just happen to prefer demons who have the jump action. There's quite a few of them. So I'm running with this demon. If you want to swap demon, you change demon by flipping the right analog stick in the direction of the party member. So I want to go with range. I'll hold down, and then I've got Dia. Yeah, every demon has a very different fighting style. And you can unlock new attacks by leveling up your demon. Every demon has a skill tree, and you get extra skill points by just using the demon and doing attacks with the demon. It's not, I don't think it's based on how much kills you do, it's based on how much attack skills you perform with the demon. You could find weapons and gems. You can find potions. There's a potion right there lying on the floor. So you equip your demons with weapons. Now we're using Gambler. It has 2 gems slotted in it. It's a system I haven't really put much time into. You don't have to really have the best of the best. Always, it's a lot based on just leveling your demon properly. They level up as you gain weapon skills. If you gain enough skills and you spend the points in your skill tree, the demon will increase in rank, and your damage there. We just gained the skill point of Far Shot Stone. The points are represented as items for some reason. So we've got 5 points for Dia, and I can level up some things. So increases the power of attacks the further the enemy is. Okay, don't think I'm going to go for that yet. Decrease the movement speed only applies when manifested. You can manifest, which is going into like hyper mode. You can do that after reaching a certain percentage of efficiency. Let's see, supernova? Yeah, I'll get that. Learn it. I prefer to work my way towards the memory slots when leveling up demons. Demons have memories. You can unlock the memories and get a little bit of story behind your demons. Okay, I know we have a new skill. Supernova, I haven't seen that yet. I'll replace Zenith. I'm not a fan of Zenith. I haven't showed all the skills yet. For this demon, Constellation is a homing attack, which will usually hold on to one target in specific, maybe two, and track them. You don't have to lock onto them to hit them. Right? That's a powerful piercing shot. Great Miracle is like bullshit AoE that'll hit everything on screen. R1 Supernova, we just unlocked it. That's a thing. There's a thing about this game. It has an issue with the special moves do lock you in place, which you have to take into account. So if you're attacking something and you're not going to finish it off in one shot, you leave yourself wide open for a counterattack after you use your skill. I'm going to go ahead and fast travel to a place that we've already been at. You can fast travel. The world, you've got one hub space, a town, which has the alchemist, which will upgrade and socket weapons for you. And pretty much everywhere else is a dungeon where there's beasties you can go and kill. And what I'm doing right now is I'm revisiting old dungeons, just killing a bunch of mobs to level up my demons. Because I've recently obtained a few new demons, and they start off low rank, so they're tricky to fight the current content with, considering the low rank doesn't do as much damage as my high rank demons. So, yeah. And I'm playing on the highest difficulty. That also has an impact. Difficulty change. You do that at the save stone. The save stone counts as a checkpoint. When you enter the save stone bubble, you're instantly healed of your ailments and you recover HP. So it's kind of a fun grindy farm. You go in there, you kick a bunch of ass, and then if you get your ass kicked and you don't want to use potions, you can even save potions by just running back to the stone. It'll reset the enemy's position, but not their HP. So if we go and pull, you can draw and sheath weapons. Your avatars, your spirits, they'll fight with you, but they're kind of slow. So if you want to get on the move, you can sheath your spirit helper and then run faster. Go ahead and fight these guys. Actually, we have the drop on them, so I'm going to go ahead and use the targeted move. Boom. Yeah, so the demon you're using will level up and get stronger. Weapon drops can be for any demon you have in your you've unlocked so far. So we just picked up a weapon that's not for us, it's for another one of our demons. The weapon drop system can be modified. When you level up weapons, the weapons you use to consume to level up a weapon will have an increase in drop rate. Boost. You'll definitely find some attacks are more effective than other attacks. Each demon has a number of attacks that can be equipped. And let's have a look, see. So, skill tree. This is all we've got. Every demon will have a specific icon for what their attack skills look like. For Dia, it's a crossbow. That's what her attack skills look like. The other ones are stat increases or changes to gameplay. There's a lot of manifestation buffs. Here's another skill we haven't got yet. Ambush. So you follow the nodes, node per node. Some of them cost 1 point, some of them cost more points. It's kind of fun to pick and choose which path you want to prioritize and what you want to level up first. And there's some really appealing things. For instance, let's shift to look at Zephyr's skills, if I can find it. Let's have a look to see. Where was that? Here. Check this out. Felicitous. Recover HP while moving. Always applies when Zephyr is in the party. So you'll find stuff like this. You'll find party buffs that when a certain character has this skill unlocked and is in party. So I can move around. That 7 heal we just received, that's because I put a point into Zephyr's heal while moving thing. Don't know how long the game is. I've been playing for, I don't know how long. Maybe I put 20 hours into it already? Possibly. I think I'm not halfway yet. Yeah, every skill has its cooldown, so you use it and then it's got a cooldown before you can use it again. It seems annoying when you just start out because you only have one skill and then you use it, it's on cooldown. But you'll quickly gain experience points with your demon to equip more. Let's see, you can change demon whenever you feel like it. Let's have a look at style. Melee play style. You get this one pretty early on, and it kicks all kinds of ass. So with him you can do attacks and press the attack button again to gain all kinds of buffs that you can unlock in the sounds. Like one I've already got unlocked. It's making a cheap noise. That's so cute. Impale. So I'm using the moveset that I like. The moveset that I want to use. He has more moves. No. Keep going to the skill tree. Get out of there. Skills. So a skill can't be swapped when it's on cooldown. That means we've just used it, so you just have to wait for it to be ready to use. I think it's so that you don't cheese the system. Helix. Yeah, I guess I haven't unlocked that much skills with him. What rank are you? He's rank 4. Right. I've got other demons who were higher ranked. I put a lot of effort into leveling up Zephyr because he's just he's nice to have. I've equipped my favorite moves with him, so you can get a doggy and ride around on him. He's still not that fast. I think you're faster just walking, but he's quite fast. He's not the slowest demon. So I've set him up with my favorite moves. He has a roar, which will buff him with attack and defense. Stunning breath. Squall is a charge. Macrocosm is his final move. I probably shouldn't say that. Yeah, well, using skills, you'll often find that the skill itself will get it has a chance to awaken. This one has been awakened, and I've noticed the exclamation mark on the character has been around for a while. I've ignored it. When you select a skill, you can slot 4 awakenings into a skill that can be awakened. Empower. I always like to see Empower. That just makes the skill more powerful when you equip it. So this Flailing Daze attack of the Trey's demon has now been empowered and does more damage. You'll also find critical hit buff, affinity buff. There's a little meter at the bottom left in percentage, and that shows how high our affinity with the demons is. So affinity increases when you use regular attacks. It decreases when you use certain skill attacks. So you can get around the skill attack decrease, because I prefer to attack using skills and not using regular attacks, because as you can see, these guys are taking a few shots. Skill, when you get it strong, will often one shot, so I prefer to use skill. When skills awaken for affinity, you will actually gain affinity by using skills, and it'll offset the affinity expenditure by using skills. I'll just breathe. Roar. Actually gain affinity with it. Yeah. Regular attacks gain affinity, skills usually cost affinity, but you'll find plenty of talent points which will offset the ability affinity points. Which means you'll just get affinity by doing anything eventually, which is good. I'll try and get maximum. Oops. Sorry. He showed off his, I think that's his final move. Well, looks cool though, doesn't it? Every time a stone shows up above your character, it means you just unlocked an ability point. Putting your skill tree. I particularly like the movement with because one negative point about the game is whenever you use a skill, it locks you in place for the duration of the skill and a few seconds after. So I'll use Squall. Okay, that one actually. I also judge skills on how long they lock me in place and how quickly I'm able to recover. Stunning Breath, for instance, on the move to the right. As I move to the right, I'll use Stunning Breath and see how quick we can keep moving after it's used. So I'm moving. Stunning Breath. Now I can move again. So that whole time I'm rooted to that position, and enemies can kick your ass while you're doing that. It's most annoying against bosses, because bosses, you attack boss, you don't want to get hit by boss, but by attacking boss you will gain, well, you'll be rooted by using your attacks, and they'll have a great opportunity to counter you, which is bad. So it really means that against a lot of bosses you really have to hit and run almost constantly, because even the most skilled player in this game you'll get hit. It's almost unavoidable, which is nice to have to get hit. Ooh. Right, so who else have we got? Dia, I showed off. Trays, I was leveling trays. Kind of low level. Go back to Zard. Yeah, there's one other demon I haven't showed off yet. Let's check. Will. Right. I can't equip him here. We have to be at a save stone to do so. The game also has 2 levels layered on top of each other. We're in the real world now, by pressing L2, which you can do at any time, even when you're in the hub world, or if you're in the map, which just layers the demon world over the regular world, and then you're exploring the demon world. So you can clear out a whole place, you can clear out the regular world, and then you can go back and clear out the demon world, which is a whole thing. Okay, then swap out my party quickly. The demon I was leveling up at low level areas. Excuse me. The low level areas also, all of the enemies respawn if you haven't been there for a while. So you can actually visit low level areas to level up demons and grind out item drops and do whatever you want. Okay, so we're in the world map. Demon mode, or spirit mode. This is real world. The Shadestone Mines, this is our objective. It tends to be at the end of every dungeon there's a cool boss to fight. Now the bosses, they're a bit unfair in that they, as I mentioned earlier, they can attack and you want to dodge their attacks, but when you use a skill you leave yourself wide open. Not many bosses have downtime between attacks is as long as your skill use and recovery time. You're pretty much gonna get hit during boss fights, and some bosses have attack combos which can stun lock you. I fought one recently which had an attack combo. He's just like punch 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 4 times and you're dead. I managed to beat him eventually by just making sure I never got caught by that attack. And he actually has 2 different forms, so it was not that difficult to do. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. So you gained more than 100 affinity. The more affinity you get in the game, the more damage you do, but also the more damage you receive. I'm a fan of never using hyper mode and just keeping my affinity high. You eventually get to 200%, which is I guess 100% damage increase and maybe more than that damage take increase, defense decrease. Come here and get oh, he looks just awakened. Oh nice, I found a good weapon for the demon I've been leveling. The butterfly following us is a spirit world character, and they appear in the real world as a butterfly. But in the spirit world they appear as a girl, Lynn, who will run around and heal you when you take too much damage. So you actually have an advantage in the spirit world because Lynn will heal you. Though we haven't had to use too much healing items. Let's see, yeah. We have found a new weapon for one of our demons. Trays. Yeah, we've got aversion, which is much stronger than his envy. There you go. You can use crappy low-level weapons to level up your high-level weapons. Eventually you'll find higher rank weapons though in the higher stages, so you, I don't know if you, how much effort you want to put into making the ultimate weapon. Yeah, you can use the alchemist to forge new items for you. You can forge a weapon with a lot of good stats, and then you can upgrade that weapon. I did it with Zephyr. He's equipped with, no, not Zephyr. Who is it? Will, right. Will's got the Hecatonc Air with 4 Shade Stone equips, and this weapon usually has 40 something power, but I've leveled it up once. I think you can only level a weapon once, and it's leveled up to do 59 damage, so that's kind of a lot. I don't think I have anyone who has a weapon that does that much damage, but I haven't been using it lately, and eventually I'm going to reach a level where I'll find it a higher rank. It won't matter, but I've leveled it up. I'm intending to skip the story lately to just move to the next dungeon where I can find more demons to level up. Level up demons by grinding, and it's kind of fun because you get stronger all the time. We're using a level 4 demon while we have a level 6 demon. Eventually they're not going to level up as you kill things. They level up when you put points into their skill tree. I'll see if I can get one, if if I can show off a level up with this guy. You've been empowered with Hasten. Reduces his skill cooldown, that's cool. Yeah, so I want your memory. So I'll take Amalgam, even if I don't want it. Increases critical power, only applies when manifested. Which I don't hardly do. But I should use it more often, because there's a trophy for manifesting 100 times. Knight's Tempo. Okay, gain critical hit chance with higher affinity. That looks like a great skill to have. You also have Null Stones, which are the free fiery icons, which can be used on any demon. So you can save those up with your good demons, and then you can use it to unlock a bunch of skills with your lower level demons. Though it doesn't take that long to level up new demons. There we go. Unlock this Joker. There's demon lore. So at our save point we can watch the demon lore. Increase the critical power when attack hits. Only applies manifested. Okay. Maybe I should be using manifest more often. There. He hasn't leveled up. Maybe he just needs one more point. I don't know. He's level 4 right now. When I use a few more points in his skill tree, you'll see him level up to the next rank, and then he'll do more damage and have more defense. Manifesting looks like this. And then all the affinity, well, all the kinship with the demon we've leveled up so far to how high it is will disappear after we've burned through this ultimate. That's why I don't like it. I don't really like sacrificing long-term buffs for short-term buffs. But there's a trophy, so I will. Anyway, the game's real fast. Check it out. That's all the time I have to show off this one. I will move on to another game in a second. Alright, we're back again. Here's the next cool game, fun hack and slash that I like to show off. Now, this game is fully voice acted in Japanese, which is cool if you speak Japanese. I don't, so I tend to just read the dialogue or skip through it. I haven't started this game yet, so we'll be seeing what the new game looks like. Let's carry on. This one also features this, it almost looks exactly the same as the save system as the previous game. It has manual save slots, but also one dedicated autosave slot. The characters are fictional. You don't say. God does not play dice with the universe. Albert Einstein. Einstein, don't tell God what to do. Some other guy. That's hilarious. It starts off really funny with that quote. Sometimes things pop up on screen that are gone too quick though. Like they have character introductions that are gone in like a second. So quick even, I've been playing it on the Switch, that I'm not even able to take a quick screenshot as it goes past. We made it in time, right? Right. Let's take the elevator up. We should be able to find that annoying kid. Okay, so this is here we are now, and then there's gonna be a this is us.
人間の概念でいう神が住む場所、混沌界。人間が想像する魔物が生まれた場所、災い。神と魔が存在する空間。それは人にとっては遠くて近い生門地。古と現代、歴史と流行が交わる街。雑多で喧騒。それゆえに活気が満ち溢れ、神と魔が集う地。
Two rounds. That's actually something that this game has in common with Oninaki, that it has a connection with the spirit realm and the real world. I have heard it being compared to a game that That popular RPG, that was probably one of the few good Vita games. Oh wait, I have to go up the elevator. Right, it's there now. Cool. Yeah, this is like you shanding.
そう名付けた。うぞうむぞうも誘い込むこの有線長の地に一人の少女が立つ。やがて少女は次元の壁をも砕き、いくつかの物語を紡ぎ出すだろう。今ここに最初の冒険譚開幕。
Okay, so I didn't catch much of that dialogue. I think it's weird to be putting you into a combat scenario when you haven't even been tutorialized in a game, and then they're gonna give you a bunch of plot. Perfect for using the PlayStation Record, so you can go back in time and actually look what they said. While you were busy just flipping out, getting to grips with the combat. The world gets more attention than the people in this game. The people are just filler. So I really appreciate how it's fully voiced. And the expressions are also ordinary girl. Oh, and I couldn't read the rest because it went over in the flash. Phone ringing. I just got a trophy too.
それはこっちのセリフだよ。お腹空いたから唐揚げ買ってたの。6番出口で待ち合わせって言ってたよね。
Okay, so it's a daily life of a high school girl meets hack and slash. So now it's telling me how to move the camera around.
そこにいたんだ。まったく。
Right. Now it's telling me how to move the character around. Great. Let's go and explore. Yeah, the people are absolutely just filler in this game. It is weird to see the characters drawn like that. But you get used to it. You really phase them out. It's funny that they're all different colors too, but the world itself is quite beautifully crafted. A lot of detail in the buildings, all kinds of stuff going on. But it's really just, you know, it's got some key points you want to visit. Hello?
迷わずに着くとはさすが地元の人。あ、唐揚げ食べる？地元とか関係ないし。
A goofy girl best friend.
誰もが自分と同じ方向音痴だと思わないの？それからこれからスイーツ食べに行くのに唐揚げ買ってどうするの？大丈夫。甘いものは別腹だから。ほら、ついてきて。お店の位置はちゃんと調べたから。はいはい。新しいお店は僕も詳しくないから勇者が案内してよ。あれ？お店ここじゃなかったのかな？どこかに引っ越したのかな？
Food seems to have played a big role in this game. There's a lot of bonding over food, going and eating at places with people. Actually, it might just be part of the culture. It's I don't know exactly where this game plays, but I've heard it plays in like a real life place. And yeah, the Asian world has a lot of fast food streets, eating places, which people probably visit with friends. Hello. Oh.
その
You have a
まるで
bad
お
sense of
店を
direction?
はしごするような発言は
We're going to
だって
multiple
勝
restaurants?
手に遠くに行かないの
I really like how expressive they make the main character, Yumo. She's got like
勇
20
者
different expressions.
あもう
This one's
食
hilarious.
べ物のことだと足が速いんだから
Uh,
道間違えちゃったかもこっちの方向だったかな
okay, we're going now here.
わかった
And this is
ここ
where
かな
things get
多
real.
分あれあれ行き止まりだあもうさっき迷子になったばっかりなのにまったくゆもさっきこんな道通ったかな
So the atmosphere just changed. And from here on out, I'm actually just gonna skip the dialogue as much as I can.
まずはこっちがダメならわからな
This
いか
isn't the
も
right direction. I don't know
さ
how
っ
to
き
get
まで
there.
こんなのなかったよねどうなってるの
Just go to the floating exclamation
周り
mark.
の人が減ってきた
How
よう
difficult
な
can it be? Yeah, there's a weird thing where dialogue and combat actions, which can't be interrupted, will carry over during the loading. But it's not a big deal.
Oh, おかしいなここって6番出口だよねユウも待って待って歩くの早いよ
I believe holding circle must be this. I've been holding X, but it's not been doing anything. But then X is like the switches circle button. So yeah, you hold circle to skip through dialogue. So if you have either seen the story already, or if you just want to get to the action, you can hold circle to skip the dialogues. I really appreciate a full voice acted game with a lot of dialogue though. So I guess I've just got to learn Japanese first. Check this out.
優先長専門
Yu
長じゃない
Shang
の
Ding. Isn't this supposed to be Z-Men Ding?
勇者どうしたの
And there's a big clue. We're in the spirit realm.
何これ
It's like Oninaki. Yep. We died.
何
The end.
ここに
Game
人が
over.
よしこのジョーちゃんは大丈夫そうだなこっちのポニーテールは危険だジョーちゃん起きろ
Force.
チンピラ
悪かったな人相悪くてジョーちゃん少し辛抱するんだ今すぐ治療してやるから
治療
Meanwhile, I'm enjoying my first cup of coffee.
暖かい力がみなぎってくるこの感じだんだん強くなってる
待て待て一体どういうことなんだ
えおじさんどうしちゃったのそんな可愛くなっちゃって
Yeah. Leo has turned into a little lion, and we've gone half Super Saiyan.
これはまずいな
うわー何あれなんであんなにたくさん
Nani?
ジョーちゃん少しはやれるのか
やれるって私がテレビで格闘技の試合を見たことがあるくらいでこれでいける
いいからやってみろ
Yeah, so she's learned how to fight by watching kung fu movies on TV.
やっちゃりゃ
まさかうまくいくとは思わなかったがそれと推測
そんな自信がない状態
ああいや自信がなかったわけじゃないが
Just use those moves from
しかし
TV.
テレビを見ただけでこんな身のこなしができるのか
Okay. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. SP meter. When Yuma hits an enemy, their energy will be absorbed as SP. Consuming SP performs summon attacks. Ooh. Right. So you have like special attacks You have the Dynasty Warriors square, 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 triangle, square, square, triangle, square, triangle, just triangle. So triangle heavy attack, square combos into a specific heavy attack. And then you've got a third level, so you've got Dynasty Warriors Extra, where you can combo onto the heavy attack, a special attack. So let's try square, triangle, circle. Boom. Awesome. You can also just do a special attack. Get out of here. Circle. Cool. Do this again.
本当に人の姿に戻れた。これでなんとかなりそうだ。
おじさんって強いね。僕が出る幕なかった。だから、俺には理由
So they're doing the whole bleach thing where you accidentally steal the power of a god and then you also get their responsibility with it because, well, they can't do their job anymore. So it's your turn to do their job.
僕の名前はヤンユモだよ。
ユモ。友達が心配な気持ちは今は自分の身を守る。
And I'm gonna skip forward through the story bits until we get into our next combat. Dodging. Yeah, there's a just dodge, where if you dodge right in time, you can dodge through the enemy's attack, and you can get a bit of slowdown. I'm not good at dodging enemy physical attacks, because I find it very difficult to see the timing. Though I am good at dodging enemy range attacks, for some reason. Now I've played way less of this game than I've played of Oninaki, but I am also enjoying this game.
店長! 女の子が優先町に侵入して災いから攻撃を受けたんだ。
Actually, of both of the games, the story in Oninaki kind of bored me at a point, and I started just skipping through the dialogue. This game hasn't had that effect on me yet. I've enjoyed the dialogue so far, but I've got a feeling it might be I'll skip the dialogue too in this game at some point if it gets, you know.
まったく騒ぐんじゃないよ。監視システムで状況は把握できて
So this is the boss of the other world of the gods.
大した怪我ではなさそうだ。しばらくし。
ああ、よかっ
She'll be
た。
fine. Don't
無事
worry
でよ
about
かっ
it.
たな。
ヤンユモちゃんだったね。
You know, a lot of a lot of these,
今日起きたことは
you know, like Japanese action games. Some of them I just end up giving up
わ
on.
かりました。
Tokyo Xanadu,
僕も早く忘れてしま
I
い
enjoyed
た
the
い。
game, but no joke, at some point,
どうして僕の名前を
it's also a fun action, like hack and slashy game, Tokyo Xanadu. But at some point, the dialogue got so heavy that they start. I had to go through a segment that took me 10 minutes of straight up just dialogue skipping to get through that segment of story, and I didn't even get through the whole story segment. It kept going, so I spent 10 minutes just skipping dialogue, and I just gave up. I'm like, I can't skip through the whole story because I won't know what's going on. I don't want to read all this. Like, I don't know.
話を戻すが店長。やはり封印の石碑が。
この子は
Like,
普
it's
通じゃなきゃな。
it's fun to
髪の
mix
毛もこんなに燃えちゃっ
like the
て。
combat with a little bit of storytelling, but oh, they really have to watch with their pacing of how much.
とりあえずつけてみ。
元に戻った。
I don't know. Like, I've often seen story being told in these games and thought, couldn't you have said the same exact thing but using like a fifth of the words and the phrases you've said? Could you really have not have said what you said faster
ユサ、
to not just
ぐっすり
like
ごめん。
I don't know, man. Sometimes I wonder why they do it. They've got to know that it's all about entertainment in the end of the day. And if you're like, I don't know, if you're having a conversation with anyone and they spend 10 minutes just yapping at you without saying anything, then, well, everyone gets bored of that. You change back. Kunlunians. Well, the gods are called Kunlunians, whatever that is. Right. So we're borrowing the gods' power whenever we go half Super Saiyan, and they turn into those cute little puppets. And when we relinquish our Super Saiyan powers, they turn back into their normal forms. So Leo behind the counter there is normal again, because we've given up our cool hairstyle. Rough diamond, Leo. And there it goes, it just flashes across the screen. Oh, excuse me. Apparently I got another trophy for that. Don't call me a gangster. Skip. Okay, so now we have an amulet, which is like the storytelling, the plot facilitator. It allows us to... is there a way of explaining away how we're able to get our power and then give it away and then get it again? So using this amulet we were able to give Leo back his power and then take the power again whenever we need it for fighting. Oh, look at that. There's some real people on the screen on the left doing something. Maybe that's a band that plays background music in the game. I don't know. The game has some really cool details. Can I skip this anyway? What's the whole circle? Nah, just like... whenever you change chapters or you go through a big story moment, then you see a quick overview of what happened. Are you sure you're going to be alright? Okay, good. I'm quite curious to see the boss's real form, because you see her in that ceramic statue, but I haven't seen her real form yet. Go to convenience store. You can walk around and your character will gradually speed up as you walk. If you press dodge while you walk, you go to turbo mode instantly. That's what I've been doing. You don't have to hold the button, just press it once. Okay, so this is their foil in the human world, as they run this supermarket. So now blah 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 blah, you work for us now. Change uniform and dressing room. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I'd like to get in some more combat, so I'm gonna try and get through this ASAP. How do I organize the shelf? Just get to work. Damn it. Any tact professional in uniform. I do my best. Okay, let's organize these. I don't know how the story continues, but especially early on, it doesn't seem to be too much busy work. I mean, this is kind of chill, and I like how they do this. It really reminds me of Tokyo Xanadu. A lot like Tokyo Xanadu. That also, I'd recommend it, but as I said, it has a killing amount of dialogue. It's just so... Okay, we're going the wrong way. Sorry, Leo. We'll stay on track. Yeah, Tokyo Xanadu would be a fun game. It's just got so much dialogue. And it's all voice acted too, so, you know, if you'd speak Japanese, it would be different. It would be like, you know, Okay, we have 5 minutes of fun combat, and then we've got like half an hour of I'm gonna grab a pack of chips or popcorn and just bunker down to hear a whole hours long worth of story exposition. But I don't speak Japanese, so I just can't. I can't. Yes, let us go. So you'll find collectible items which are also like a check whether or not you are allowed to go into the spirit world. So you have to have the right number of those items to be allowed in the spirit world. They're not consumed. So this first dungeon requires 1 dragon stone or whatever to enter. But it's not spent. So you don't spend the dragon stones to enter the spirit world. It's just like, this spirit world needs 1 dragon stone. Do you have 1 dragon stone? Yes. Okay, now you may enter. You can also, there's also a lovely amount of collectibles. Okay, you can't pause the game when you're in the middle of a dungeon. I think I've been going a bit slow on showing off this game. Maybe it's because we're getting through this early game tutorialization shit. Yeah, you can level up your stats, you can level up your spirit gauge, your health gauge, the damage you deal. You can get new moves, like you'd level up a Dynasty Warriors fighter, you get new moves like that. But in this game you get them by just leveling up your main character. We haven't had a look at the talent point system, but it has a bunch of collectibles. It's got a bunch of artwork, art panels you can collect. Well, not really artwork, maybe artwork too, but like just pictures. Picture panels you can collect, all kinds of stuff. Monster bestiary, though I don't think the game has that ridiculously many different monsters. It has a bunch of invisible barriers, which means you can't go this way, you have to go there via another route. And so it has some difficult to reach secrets. It's got a few hidden items in it. Every world has, here's one of them. Okay, yeah. 1 of 3 hidden. Every area, every quest can kind of be repeated afterwards. You can go and do the quest again, and you can farm out resources by repeating quests. Like they'll give you bonus rewards for repeating them and doing it fast. You'll get rated from S, it goes S rating, A, B, C, and you'll get rewarded for at least a B rank. And I think it's only based on time. So as you get stronger, you'll be able to go to the lower levels and beat them really quick. So you can kind of just, especially when you've already found the collectible item in the level, then you don't have to waste time exploring through it. You can just bash the enemy's face in, get through it ASAP, and yeah, they'll reward you with money, so you can also buy items which will help your combat in the store. You can buy potions, SP recovery item, etc. So you could use, you can replay level over and over again. I don't think there's a limit to it. So you could kind of like just grind out a level and grind out money. So you can kind of become, well, I don't know if you can become overpowered early on, because the leveling up points in this game are like a collectible item. They're not something you can grind out. So I'm not actually gaining XP by killing these guys. I'm gaining XP by playing through this level, probably. So there are other factors that'll give you experience. Like, experience is a collectible item, and it is limited, so yeah. I don't think you can grind out power by playing through levels, but you can grind out collectibles, money, at least. And you do gain some extra experience points by grinding out levels. I'm not 100% on it. Maybe... I guess I'm just not sure whether or not you can go back to previous levels and grind out your character level. Or not. I have to pay attention to it. I'm gonna run out of time to show off the quest repeat thing. Yeah, you can replay quests you've already done, and if you replay them on normal, you unlock hard mode, which also gives you reward. Hello, there's another dragon stone. Yeah, I think we're running late on time, but this is pretty much the basic gameplay loop. You go into a place, kick things ass, collect all this stuff. So I'm just going to keep on playing and I'll let the time run out. And to take out these guys' shields. They're weak sauce. Basically two fun grindy hack and slash games. Hey, slow down. Sweet. That's my time up. Okay, well, just to not end the video so abruptly, here we are back at base, and pretty much after our first mission concludes, we gain access to the extras, the gallery, where you have unlocked character info, concepts, art bits, which we've got nothing of yet, but as you can see, there's quite a lot to unlock here, which is pretty cool. The Chaos Beast report, which gives you information on characters, enemies. As you can see, there's not that many enemy types, so I don't know if that means the game's rather short or not. The save menu, we have our menu, which has skills, which we haven't unlocked yet, and quests, side quests, which are also not unlocked yet. Yeah, here's also the replay quests place, and you can do helper Leo's quest is another boss quest, and here's a mission we've done. The dungeon we've completed. This is what we get for playing it again. And you can play it again on hard mode. How do you activate? Ah, there, hard mode. And the 800 punch reward is 800 skill points. So there's that. Anyway, very fun, grindy games. Yeah, check them out if you feel like it. Thanks for watching. Take care.